Hello everyone, my name is Rusty and welcome to Terraria version 1.4.5. It, it came out quite recently. There has been a lot of new things that have been added, and one of them was Dead Cells related, which is another adjacent game, or adjacent. It's a roguelike that is really fast paced. Anyway, I should probably figure out a name for a character. There, gravy. Sure. And yeah, they've added a lots of things, some overhauls, mainly like the crafting interface overhaul, which I'm kind of uh, kind of interested in seeing, honestly. Oh, there's a. Oh, interesting. How would gravy look like? By the way, I don't know if this series is gonna be like. I don't know if this is gonna be a full-on series. I think it might be, but I just want it to be more experimental. I'm gonna play on expert difficulty. You get better loot. You get these loot bags. We'll leave a random type of corruption. Ah, honestly, this entire overhaul. Yeah, I saw it in like some of the screenshots of the game, but I did not expect like damn. Yeah, a new crafting window. You can also like collapse it, craft from nearby chests. Oh shoot. They've added this and that's honestly nice. However, I think we should start making a little bit of a house for ourselves. Literally, this spot is gonna be our little house. Honestly, the first order of business is A, house, B, maybe a little bit of exploration, and most likely after that, um, probably just some mining. Of course, all this is not gonna be all that exciting. I'm getting fucking diffed by a slime, okay. What are my goals? At least this video. My goals are probably gonna be like get some decent equipment for now. Can't be that difficult. There. And of course the little spawn point is literally untouched. I'm just gonna terraform it a little. That feels like a little bit of a too small of a house, honestly. Hey, don't fuck. Guide, come on, man. I don't want to be killed at my first day in here. All right. I don't want to look like a goddamn scrub. Anyway, is this house livable? Suitable? Okay, there you go. Here's your house. Let's just explore to the right. See what we find. I'm trying to think of what else they managed to get into the game. Like, yeah, the Dead Cells update, which has like a bunch of new equipment. Um, they added a new armor set, but you can just check that on their official website or like somewhere where they give updates out. And jungle is the next biome on the menu. Alright. No, no, this is jungle. Honestly, I should not be here. Jungle is pretty dangerous. I think I want to check the left side as well, since left side also could have some nice rewards. Yeah, just don't fall into the endless pit here. Where's Wand of Sparkling? Huh. Maybe a mage playthrough? I don't have much when it comes to armor, but I saw some materials underground over here. Honestly, just getting some defense is probably gonna be nice. Well, probably. It's definitely gonna be nice to have some defense. And what the hell is this? That's a whole vein. I am blocking this off. from being unlawfully entered. I'm colonizing this, thank you very much. This is like oil. I'm colonizing this for its natural resources. Okay. One YouTuber who has a series called like American Wizard. It's really fun series, honestly. And recently he did like a spin-off on a like certain on a like how would I describe it? Well, it's just a Harry Potter spin-off, honestly. And I kind of like that. Just what would happen if American Wizard just decided to teach a school in the Harry Potter universe, you know, in Hogwarts. It was pretty funny, honestly. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, this is gonna be just so much grinding that I don't even know what's gonna happen. But like, yeah, I'm probably gonna cut. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna cut some of it out or if I'm gonna leave the whole thing in. I'll just see in the editing how I feel like it. I can probably just mine my way out of here. Since I blockaded the two slimes there. The problem is that it's nighttime almost. And by the time I manage to emerge, it is gonna be nighttime. Which is gonna put me in a lot of trouble. If I don't manage to haul my ass home. And we're already in trouble. Well, not that much of a trouble, but still trouble nonetheless. Thank God for that mana. Not another zombie. Okay, the zombie's burning. Okay, never mind. I am just that bad at the game. God damn it. That's mainly the reason why I didn't want to go outside, is because I am not prepared to deal with the outside threats, and I know that. Yeah, probably a mage playthrough. Are you gonna fall into the pit, or are you gonna... It's kind of wasteful to... Oh. Almost didn't notice you there. Are they recognizing this as a legitimate trap? As a legitimate hazard? They probably are, which is interesting. Okay, I did not anticipate that. Honestly, I did not anticipate being stuck like this, but I honestly, like, I kinda don't mind. Not by much. It's a little bit of a, like, coin farm. Not an effective one, but at least I'm not getting flanked from behind. Christ. No, it still counts as a legitimate trap. You honestly did not expect to kind of outplay the pathfinding of the zombies. I just did not expect to trick it that much. I'll make myself a little bit of an extra mana because honestly it's useful in this situation since the wand is my most strongest asset. And I'm gonna need to learn how to aim this spell. Because I'm somehow missing. Anyway. Christ. So yeah, that's a skill issue on my part. God, yeah, I should not have cornered myself like that. God damn it. That's just my issue. I kind of also forgot how healing works. Whenever it consumes the topmost, like leftmost, topmost potion or healing item, or whenever it consumes the strongest one available. But one thing is for sure, the buff potion, or rather the buff, what is it? The buff button kind of buffs, uses all the buffs available to you. Nope. That's gonna be alright. That's a big fall. Maybe like this series could be like a good test for what I want to be my editing skills. You know, just get a little bit of an intro. Let the people see how what this game is, how it looks like, yada yada yada. There was no trap, surprisingly. For some reason, I saw the slime get hit, and I thought it was like I thought there was a. Speaking of traps, I do see one nearby. I wonder where it is. Gimme. Hey, bombs. That's actually useful because that actually gets the bombardier into my world. Oh yeah, they also changed the NPCs because now the NPCs, instead of, you know, you having to make a home for them before they can join your world, they can actually just join your world like the traveling merchant. They will bail when the nighttime arrives, essentially. So now you don't really have to fear your villagers just randomly dying, or you don't have to worry about summoning them to your world by just making a housing for them. So that's also kind of a quality of a life upgrade that they've added, which is really nice, since most people just want to like do their own thing instead of just make houses, because they just then feel really obligated to make a house for the NPCs in order to reap the bare minimum benefits of it. I hear a snake! Got you. The other thing that they've also added, one of the many things that they've added were like spawns for teams. If you desire to like play something like team deathmatch or something like that. I'm honestly considering using the recall potion. I think I can get myself out of here. No problemo. This is parkourable. It is. I think I'm gonna use the recall potion anyway, because honestly getting out of here is gonna be a little bit of an inconvenience. Also, the other thing about making intros, I think I wanna try, mainly because I plan to play another video game, which to me is completely new, but for everyone else it's like the good old times, the good old nostalgia. Yeah, it's a really old game, a really old series, but it's a really good series according to everyone. And I kind of want to pay homage to a few friends of mine. Yeah, I said I'm gonna use the recall potion in order to get back to the surface, and apparently I just decided to completely ditch that idea, huh? A damaged ankle, okay. I should also get the bombardier. Do they always have... They seem to always have these dialogues. Okay. Do I have some wood? I probably don't have some wood. Let's make a furnace, an anvil, big regeneration buffs, a campfire, because campfire gives... And I think I'm gonna flatten this piece of land right back. I honestly don't know if I want to stack on top of each other the rooms, or... I think I'll build something. Well, obviously, just... I don't know what that something is gonna... How it's gonna take shape is what I'm essentially saying. The usual building style that I used was basically... was that I just had quaint little rooms like this, stacked on top of each other, in different biomes, because that was just kind of convenient and useful, because, you know, vendors have their different preferences and such. Yeah, I'm kind of figuring out how I want to make a house right now. Like, how I want to structure it, if I want to give it a structure at least a little bit. Honestly, I should not be worrying about whether or not it has a structure or not. But for now, I'm gonna put these down so that they're not cluttering my inventory. Yeah, and I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. There's not much to do. Aside from maybe buying a net, you know what, I'm gonna do it later. Thank you for the net. And now to catch basically anything, because you know what, anything is good to sell right now. Well, anything that doesn't have an immediate yield or return. Plus, I'm kind of expecting for the traveling merchants to arrive sometime soon-ish. Like, I don't expect him to, like, appear immediately. Plus, I don't have the finances to give him anything. Let alone, like, platinum. Just when will I run into a dead man, that's just gonna blow me up because it's said so. Or a boulder trap. Okay, that's not a great situation to be stuck in. Hold on. I'd like to check something. If I drop a bomb... I don't know what that explosion was, but I thought that there was like a secret interaction where when there was a bomb, you fired something fiery at it, it just suddenly exploded, which doesn't seem to be the case. Which, on one hand, good. On the other, it would be a cool interaction that would exist. But I don't think people would want that. Christ on a stick, I can already hear it. Gotcha. Bastard. Yeah, that's the mechanic that I've talked about. They just depart because they just don't have a housing yet. It's kind of like a temporary corruption. You can think of it as like a temporary corruption of sorts. I'm kind of wondering, whatever, if you're on a single player world, you get wormhole potions, or if that's just something that doesn't happen. Oh no, not the bat. I see the slime. It cannot physically... Yeah, no. It cannot physically jump me, thankfully. Oh, that's Demonite ore. And I believe it's currently night time. Thank you very much. And they're breaking down doors, which means that there's a structure nearby, which can have some very interesting items. Or interesting items for our game, basically. These items can be essentially like the climbing gloves that I have. It could be this radar. It could be like some weapon, like a flail, I believe, can spawn in the chest. It could be a flare gun. I think it could be another wand, or no, I think a wand only spawns at like other specific locations. Well, my oh my. Wait, if this skeleton drops a hook, I can make a chain. But still, that bang on the doors is intriguing me, where it's coming from. That's not a great spot to be in. And that's not a great enemy to go against. But thankfully high ground still is the best friend for any Terrarian. Unless it is a boss that can just teleport to high ground. Yeah, there is a structure. Is his head on backwards? Hold on. Oh, Christ! Ah. I would have dodged the boulder if it didn't have these iframes all over the boulder. Okay, you got me, game. And it is nighttime. I'm honestly thinking what to do. I think I'm gonna barricade myself in real quick before the zombies can even get in. I'm thinking maybe make a cooking pot so I can just craft food and stuff that give me buffs. Not what I wanted to do. Where's that piece of wood? Not making it with the door open. Where's that piece of wood I left? Somewhere in my inventory. There it is. YOLO. Ow, ow. Yeah, hopefully none of them get behind me, otherwise I'm in a little bit of a trouble. And that's another zombie. Oh, right, frick. Oh yeah, by the way, the reason I'm keeping graveyards is because eventually somewhere the graveyard is gonna spawn, which is technically a biome. And since it's a biome, it has certain spawns, and one of the spawns is a spawn for the Abigail flower, which is a Don't Starve crossover item, which spawns the Abigail, a summoner follower. It's kind of a nice follower to have. I kind of like Abigail due to how easy it is to obtain her. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? What can we craft? Oh yeah, the menu is so incredibly useful. It is so much more useful. I have a free spare. I would not have anything else to upgrade with. But I also need to put these chests somewhere as well. Stink bug blocker. When placed in a home, prevents villagers from moving in. I That's new. That's definitely new. Office blocks. That's definitely new. Yeah, this is new. I did not see that the last time I played. Fallen Storm. I feel like there's a lot of new blocks. Like it feels like it because they gave like a gothic appearance. Was it something like that? Like there's like this gothic style, like a new gothic like blocks and stuff that they've added. So I believe that they've added a lot more stuff than that. And my entire inventory is filled with stuff. And did I check correctly that the left side had also the snow biome? By the way, I don't believe I recall I've spotted what type of corruption did we have. Whatever it was, corruption with Crimson. I think not. I think we don't have definitive proof. And on the right side, it's an ice biome. Okay. So far, all the neutral biomes are within sight, and yeah, I'm not gonna be looting anything with full inventory. I'm gonna be honest. I need to get my priorities straight here. What? Wait, hold on. Oh. Oh, they made like indications. Okay. I don't know how much I want to expand on the house, honestly. Oh great, I made it uneven. What a dud that I am. You know what, I'm actually gonna... Yeah, how I'm gonna structure this. Well, one is definitely gonna be for potions. I'm gonna leave it to this one. This is gonna be the ore chest. Maybe I'm just gonna lob the wildlife in here so that it's not cluttering my inventory, as well as the can of worms. The literal one, not the metaphorical one. I don't know if there's a metaphorical one. Yeah, now my inventory is relatively empty. A lot of clutter. Another sand biome. No, this is not a sand biome. Grabbe. What the hell is a grabbe? We have corruption. Oh, this is bad, 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 bad. Okay, we know we have corruption and that it's pretty far. Well, it's a few biomes across from both ends, at the very least. That's good to know. Maybe I could add signs in order to tell me what type of chest that is. The anvil is only 2 wide, but the forge is 3 wide. Do I have anything food related around here? No. But I have seeds related, which is this chest right here. And since I've dubbed one of the chests the animal chest. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make items made out of tin at the very least, so that I can at least have a little bit of a defense. God damn it. Well, I'm not keeping that gravestone. At least not there. Where? What do you mean I just got cloud? Also, I'm trying to farm for the zombie hand. Because on one of my characters, or rather on the one character that I do have a zombie hand. And an interesting interaction that it has is that it actually spawns zombie bits when you swing it. Which is something that I did not expect. Okay, apparently anything cloud-based prevents fall damage. Well, it's just... okay. I thought that the cacti, the orange cacti, was something special. Apparently it was just a sad piece you can break. A little bit of a disappointment, but sure. Honestly, I should probably get the pickaxe and the axe from my hotbar and just favorite them. No way in hell I'm crossing that water just willy-nilly. Not the bat. Frick. Yeah, that's just expert. Wait, I lost how much money? What bastard is pocketing the rest of it? Yeah, I'm gonna pocket the rest of the money somewhere. Don't wanna lose it. No, no. You Batmobile wannabe. Okay. I'm already being needlessly harassed. Crap. Yeah, my initial assessment that the jungle is really freaking dangerous for the early game. Great assessment. Too bad I did not follow up on it. What the? Holy moly. Anyway, I'm not coming back for the money. And yeah, I should probably expand to get the merchant so that I can sell off some of the animals that I have. I'm still thinking, like, what type of base do I want to make? If I want, I can make a base that looks... You know, honestly, a box base seems to be the easiest. I'm thinking, right? If I make this house look at least a little... look a little nicer, might be worth a shot. And no, I'm seriously trying not to think about making, like, another... like a box house. Although it's really tempting. Ahem. Where's the wood? There's the wood. Make a few signs. Make a few of these. Few of these. And where are the tables? Oh, I need to get more wood. Alright. BRB, I suppose. I should probably make a hammer as well. Just a little bit of an observation. Since now that I'm gonna be using... now that I'm gonna be doing some houses. Like, it's definitely gonna be a pain in the ass to, like, navigate the house. And I plan to make it, like, really easy to navigate. Just in case I really don't want to give a damn about it. Yeah, but by the way, when I said that I'm gonna make about something of a nice house, yeah, it's not gonna be much of a difference from a box. Like, I think I'm gonna make a little bit of a housing unit here. With a little bit of a terrace, I believe it's called. With a little bit of a balcony, like this. Of course, you don't want to group up your NPCs too much, because if you do, they're gonna... well, they're not gonna have, like, anything negative happening, per se, but they're not gonna give you, like, their full benefits if they don't vibe with the biome that they're currently in. That's a pink slime. Come on, I can stub my pinky toe on some furniture any day, but I can't. But I can't hit a pinky. But I can't hit a pink slime whenever I want. That's so rude. Come on. Anyway, how are you enjoying the housing? This is a nice, lots of privacy to store my wares. I like the scenery in the forest. Cute, good view, attracts the customers. Yeah, that's essentially, like, probably the best dialogue you can have from an NPC when it comes to their preferences of biome and preferences of people around. Yeah, NPCs have also preferences who they want to be around. Thankfully, they are somewhat synergetic towards each other or to the biomes that they like. So you don't really have to worry about that much. So you're not exactly in that much of a bind otherwise. Do you perhaps have a piggy bank I could buy? You do, for 89 pieces. Where did I stash my gold? And it's going straight here, all of it. Also, I'm gonna utilize these signs that I've crafted. They don't fit! Never mind! Some other time. And never mind, I'm gonna use these signs for a bulletin board, maybe. Anyway, I think I just have enough mana to pretty much be machine gun. Ow, ow. Crap. Hey, I want that singular gold piece back, okay? Also, I don't know how exactly to feel about hoarding other items. Because obviously there's the Tinker, who is really good. But in order to get him, you need the Goblin Army. And then you have to find him somewhere in the caves. Which may not be the most ideal. Oh, that's such a mediocre price. Okay. Yeah, owls and rabbits for some reason sell more for more. Yeah, here are the banners. Like, you can just now claim a banner and then just store it. I wonder if it works even backwards. I should definitely upgrade my equipment. Or rather go mining and then upgrade my equipment. Yeah, no, I think I should start, like, digging down. Because although these are ores, these are merely tin ores. Yeah, merely 10, so that doesn't do much for us. And I think this would make it suitable. Yes. What is this marking? Oh, it marks like what it needs. And I think it marks like the entire area. Yeah, the next order of business should be really just digging down. Plus, I don't really have to worry about much when digging down since I have the climbing gloves. So whenever I do dig down, it's like not much of a big deal because I can just latch onto a wall and not sustain any fall damage. Am I missing torches? No, for... It's the water that's causing it. The water is causing it to be technically cold, which technically gives it the ice... Which technically gives it the ice biome treatment. That's interesting. But hey, lead. At least there's somewhere where I don't have to get lead poisoning. What's that little guy doing in there? Who got him stuck there? How did... Is this a rabbit hole? Hey, hey guy. Yeah, I don't think you want to be here. I'm taking you somewhere better. By the way, if you're wondering how I'm switching between items so quickly, control is to toggle the yellow square, which essentially indicates where you're gonna be mining next, where you're gonna be placing things next. And I'm using shift to essentially, if you're using shift and you hover over something, if you hover over empty space, you pull out a torch. If you hover over something randomly, you pull out a pickaxe. This kind of stuff. Oh yeah, and there's also indications on the hotbar that weren't there before when you're holding something through shift, and it also shows you the location, I believe. 10, 20, 24. Yeah. 24th slot. And it also shows you what is it currently replacing, or rather what you're mainly holding and what you're holding on your shift. Like, I know that they only mentioned some of it, but it's still interesting to see. Honestly, you should have, like, trap on the hotbar so you can just quickly hover over it, see if there's, like, something nearby that you need to look out for, just in case. And this is gold. That's nice to know. That's nice to have. Gold is like one of the best starter ores that you can find. Of course, there's like demonite, meteorite, but those are like, you know, if you get lucky or if you progress enough in the game. Which, yeah, fair. You're also progressing by mining ores, but you know, normally mining ores is not like a major event. Meteorite is a major event, however. Mining demonite is also a major event. Well, somewhat. I think you can mine demonite, or at least ebonite blocks with dynamite, bombs, and explosives like these. Not grenades though. Grenades are a little bit of a no-go. I think maybe farming money and corruption would be plausible. Also, it doesn't seem like I'm trying to gauge something. Like, I'm trying to guess from what I remember when it comes to spawning essential structures to the world. Like, it has to have all the biomes, like all the necessary biomes like forest, beach, jungle, snow biome. It also has to have like under biomes like hell, like a marble biome, gem biome or something. Like it has to have also like above, like below biomes. It also has to have like certain structures. Do you squint your eyes? He does! The characters... Oh, that's adorable. That's actually adorable that the little character of your soul just squints his eyes a little, or their eyes a little, in order to like see through the blizzard. That's adorable. I love these little things that happen. They're just so adorable from the developers. If you play and you focus on it a little, you can just see how he squints his eyes a little. Like he went from that goofy look character that some Minecraft skins have to like the default skin, the Steve skin look, where it's just a little like pixel, a little bit of a pixel line. I don't know what this biome essentially is, but this would be a good biome to put your NPCs in, if it wasn't for the fact that the corruption is right there, right on the left. Yeah, corruption essentially devalues any property that you have, and essentially it forces any NPCs out because of it. Oh shit, Abigail holding the line here. Hell yeah. Abigail, best girl. I think the lack of knockback is a little bit better. I don't know my exact reasoning for it, but I think what makes the enemies move is not the fact that there's a lack of knockback from Abigail. I think it's because my wand just has natural knockback, although however small it is. Yeah, I think Abigail is what's holding them back and the knockback from my wand is what's breaking them out of it. Like, seriously, despite Abigail having a minus 10% knockback, yeah. And this is a decent staff. Like, seriously, she's actually holding them back. But when I strike... It felt like it, though. I think Abigail is still holding well on her own. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks for the heads up. What do you mean I find two superior wooden boomerangs? Are you crazy? Oh, and I can't throw both of them at the same time despite being in the same slot? That's cringe. That would have been so fucking funny, though. I think it would be so funny if you like, okay, this is one of the other things that I did not mention because I kind of forgot. You stack items with the identical stats or like identical prefixes. Like, if I had 5 copper and short swords and they were exactly the same copper short swords, they would just go into this slot. But because I have like two superior wooden boomerangs, I suddenly have them in a stack instead of them being separated, which is honestly a nice quality of life thing. Like, you can just mass produce and you can just be like, oh, I've got this much of this. Like, if you want to run some statistics for fun, I believe you can do that now without like a major inconvenience. Yeah, I think it's gonna be on the right, all of the major structures. Kind of unlucky, but it's whatever. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit difficult crossing the jungle, but it's not gonna be that much of a pain in the ass, hopefully. It's really a shame you can't throw out multiple boomerangs. Like, yeah, you have only 2 hands, but it would be so funny if you could just like throw 50 boomerangs at once. Oh, crud, we got the huh? They expanded the... Holy moly. They've expanded the temple. I like that they've expanded the temple. That's actually really nice. Does that mean that it technically gives you more opportunities to gain books? Like, get the spell books? Maybe. Or maybe they actually decrease the chances because of it. Like, seriously, this is... When they said something gothic, something new and gothic, I did not expect them to straight up pull out an entire overhaul of the Skeletron Temple. That's amazing. That's actually amazing that they give you a little bit of an impromptu arena. So here's the deal. How far do you think we can get before Skeletron decides to screw us over? And how much money do we have? Do we want to lose that money? No, we do not. I ain't tempting fate, eh? I am not gonna be tempting fate. But yeah, that's actually really cool that they've added that. Hello, Mr. Demolitionist. I don't have a place to did I blow up my last one? Oh, that's a funny one. Alright, what do you have for sale? Is a portable porta machine a porta potty? Okay, I honestly, I don't know if these were here before. I only remember him having grenades, bombs, and dynamite. But it's also funny for him to have these two. Yeah, sure, let's make him a new place to live. Oh yeah, by the way, how I'm doing these stars, it's by holding left alt, I can just star something, and if I star it, it means that it will never go away. Despite me, for example, like wanting to thrash it, because I'm currently holding control and it's showing the bin icon over the acorns, which would mean that it would throw it here. But but because I have it locked with the star icon, I can no longer bin it. But if I unstar it, I can bin it as well, which is a nice quality of life thing to know if you're starting out Terraria. If you don't want to finagle much. I don't know what I'm gonna dedicate these last two chests to. I think maybe just general blocks so that they don't clutter up my inventory much. By the way, this feature to be able to craft from nearby chests is a godsend, because that just means that you can stand in the middle and just have access to everything without having to like juggle between chests. This is all. I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's the 1.4.5 edition. By the way, the reason I'm not crafting anything better is because, well, the armor is somewhat sufficient. I say somewhat, but not with 100% certainty. And the weapons are also gonna be soon outclassed. It just doesn't feel like there's gonna be much of a competition when it comes to the later on items. I think I'm gonna withhold on buying a pylon. Or maybe not. I think just having the pylon available is decent enough. I know when I went down here, I went down chandelier, a pot, anvil, golden chest that I missed. I have a double jump. I no longer have to fear dying. Well, more than I usually do. Yeah, unfortunately, Abigail doesn't have a lot of stopping power against the bats, which is unfortunate, really. Because bats are probably one of the biggest pains to deal with. Yes! Now it's also gonna be about finding a grappling hook. Because if I find a grappling hook, I'm pretty much set. Well, movement-wise anyway. And this is part of the winter biome. Where else is it viral? Only on this TNT. Ooh, a gravitation potion. I'm actually gonna keep the gravitation potion for now. I think I can throw away the tombstone. But I'm definitely not gonna be popping the life crystal right now, because I don't want to be dealing with the Eye of Cthulhu. Again, I want to engage with it on my terms instead of Also a Viking. Okay, thank God the Viking is a little stupid. I'm taking the Deer Clubs as summon. Snowball Cannon. What will I take the Snow Cannon instead of? I think the wooden chests, maybe. Or maybe the anklet, because the anklet is... Or rather, not anklet, but the shack. Actually, the sulfur butterfly, most useless. Never mind, the snow cannon is the most useless. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out of here with some... Oh shit, I can just... How did Abigail get out? Oh, that's how. I'll just let her attack like this. I know it's kind of boring, but like... It's probably the most easiest to engage here. And I'm just gonna make sure to barricade the door just in case he manages to somehow pop it open. I can't believe somehow I managed to be a little bit cheeky about this. This is what it means to be a summoner. Just have everyone work for me instead. That's how it's done. Honestly, I don't think I'll be able to take on Deer Clubs. as much as it would be like really funny to like try and take on deer clubs, I don't think I'm built for it, honestly. Like, I don't have the arena for him. I don't have like anything prepared against them. I can't wait till I like close down the recording and I'm gonna figure out that that I've played for like that I've played for like I don't know 5 hours straight, like straight up. I'm not even gonna be surprised if I do. I think that's a lot for the first episode done. Like, yeah, there wasn't any major boss progress. However, I do have the Deer Clubs' Eye. I was hoping that I would get the Eye of Cthulhu so that I can just make an arena for the Cthulhu to fight against. However, it seems like I may want to make an arena for the Deer Clubs instead, but I don't really remember his attack patterns all that well. So I'm gonna be a little stumped on that. Yeah, anyway, I think this is a really good haul. Look, I'm just grateful to be playing Terraria again. And yeah, I hope you had a nice day, and I hope I'll see you next time. See ya.